Oh boy. Some crazy things have happened tonight. Ones I wish not to talk about, so. Yeah, here we are. He's the road cart's ally. What? There. There we go. Now you can see me. Oh. That's fine. You can just see the little white line. Huh. That's cool. Anyways. He's the road cart's ally. What? What are you. What does that mean? Oh, gee. What? 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 Oh, this is gonna. I guess this is the best to do. I don't know much of what else to do because I just don't think my glasses give +1 to intellect. Yes. Anime style happens, pushes up glasses while looking downwards, glares through the glasses. I'm speaking in random. Ah, I see now. Well, while we talk, I'm just going to look for a good game to play. Green your screen around the edges. I know that corner's broken. I know that's broken. I know why that's broken. I can't fix that. So, yeah. In fact, let me go fix that. Alright, that fixed it. Oh, now to keep looking for stuff. And as I said, we are taking links, so, if you want to show me something, I'll look. Oh boy, tonight was very, very annoying. Like, extremely annoying. And I'm just not going to tell you why, because mystery. Did you see my farm in the and/or railroad systems and construction on your MC server? I haven't been on there in a while. Like, seriously. And in fact, that's what I was playing today. I was playing Minecraft, but not the server. I was playing Java Edition. I was trying to help make my. Oh wait, shoot! I'm just going to give it away. I might have linked into what? I might have a dingaloo. Anyways, so what game would you want to watch? Because the both of you, because there's apparently two of you. What games? Because, well, I need my Twitch be acting up. All right. Because I need game. I need a game that you guys would like to watch me do. Because you guys probably want to watch something. Something. You honestly don't know? You know what? Let's go with. You know what? I think I've got a good idea. Stream titles. Let me just quickly change it. Alright. Oh, looks like there is no category for this. Start your Twitch, alright. Well, might as well head into the game then. Alright. Yep, that looks good. Oh yeah, shoot. Audio. What? Oh, it is active, okay. Carlson, yes. Tutorial. The music is very loud. Wee! Oh! Hey! Got him. Alright. Now let's do some parkour. Hardcore parkour. Okay, I messed up. You know what? I do parkour when you got a freaking explosive barrel. Dang it. There. Ooh, no, I missed. Doing. Boing. Oh. Oh. Whoosh. Whoosh, yes. Boing. Yes, I made it. Whoosh. Whoosh! Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Not like this! Haha! You can't get rid of me that easily. And if you think you can, you're wrong. Doing. Okay, you know what? Retry. Dang it. Alright. Dang it. Dang it. Haha. Ooh. There we go. Took me long enough. What? Alright, you know what? How about this? Ooh, yes, I like this one. Alright. Boosh! Boosh! Oh, well. Gaboosh! Whoa! Boosh! Okay, and I failed, so... Whoosh! Oh no! Oh, you know what? Grappling gun. Okay, shotgun. Oh, so many bullets I couldn't even hit one. Woo! Alright. Oh my gosh, no! You're here? Alright, cool. This game is known as Carlson. Quite the fun game for how simplistic it is. Get up! Get up! Get up! Imagine if you could grapple the enemies. Bye! Have a nice time! Shoot! Shoot! No! Okay, well. Oh, well. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Oh, well. Kaboosh! 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 I hit him. Kaboosh! Kaboosh! Nope, that failed. Oh, and I died again. Alright. Yeez. Woo. Now I don't have to worry about falling off. Let's go kill this other dude over here. No! Dang it. Oh. Nope, and it failed. Boosh! Kaboosh! Kaboosh! The kaboosh! This is the kaboosh. Do not confuse it. It is known as the kaboosh. It's not a grenade launcher, it's the kaboosh. I have never completed this one. It's so freaking hard for me. Oh no! Okay, that's not the hard part, but I still failed. Oh, nope. Whoosh. Boing, boing, boing. Boing. No. No. Oh, I failed. Well, I can never get through that one. Anyways, escape 0. Kaboosh! 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 Wee! Ah! Ah! There we go. Oh. Yeah. Just doing it to look cool. Booshka! What the fudge? I did it. I'm outside the map. Again. Okay, let's try that again. Slam dunk. Oh, well. Slam dunk. You broke the level, I know. Chunk. It's a chunka. It's a chunka. Dang it. Alright. Ka-chunka. The thing, yeah, there's the door. Whoosh! Boosh! 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 Rocket jumps! Chunk. Chunk. Boosh. Boosh. Oh jeez. Boosh. Oh, boosh. No. Yeet. What a save, though. Oh, what? Guess I'll take it then. Like how you brutally murdered that gamer with his own monitor and everything. Ah, yes. Yep. Ah, no. Oh, well. Well, he has a gun on him, so he deserves it. Dunk! I killed him with my own body. My body is so heavy that it killed him. Oh, well. Ching! Oh, well. This man had a freaking grenade launcher. I mean, a chunka. Boosh! What the heck? Oh. I mean, he's probably an office worker, more or less. Ouch. Boosh! I mean, look at the filing cabinet. It's right next to him. Boosh! Ouch. Boosh! How did I miss? The boosh! The chunk. Break down the door. The chunk. The chunk. The chunk. No. Oh. Retreat. No. You can't catch me. I'm fast. Get hit. Get knocked out by the table. Dang it. No. Table! Protection! Go! Oh. Is he out of... No! Office worker with a handgun. Yeah, exactly. I mean, have you not seen an office worker with a handgun? Oh. Oh. Hey, we killed each other. Except he shot me in the head, and I more or less literally bludgeoned him to death with his own monitor. I don't have respect for doors. Chunk. Chunk. No! When I say to chunk, you listen to chunk. Got him. The chunk. The chunk. Oh. The chunk. Oh, nope. The chunk. Chunk. Oh, come on. Chunk. Wee. My body is too heavy for him. Oh, I'm dead. Table, save me. Oh. He's definitely a hacker. He just totally flipped around like that. Boosh. No respect for doors. Chunk. It's not a grenade launcher. It's a chunk. Dang it. Give me that chunk. Nope. Give me that good old chunk. No respect for doors. Chunk. Chunk. Boosh. Yay, milk. Oh, it's this level. Uh-oh. No. Oh. Nope, I'm dead. Oh, and I'm dead again. When you weigh so much that you can actually kill people with your body weight. Boing. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm dead. Oh no! I screwed that up big time. Whoosh! No, give me that. Go. Oh, I guess not. Guess don't give me that. Go. I'm good. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is definitely the office setting. Just get bludgeoned. Dang it. You know what? Tries to shoot me with a shotgun. I have no respect for doors. Or windows. You got to chunk. Ow. Give me to chunk. To chunk. To chunk. Boy. No respect for doors. Shh. To chunk. To chunk. Oh, right. Oh, oh. Oh, whoops. Sky Zero, was it? Yeah. Oh. Ouch. Oh, man. No, no. Oh, no. The man with the rocket launcher is too powerful. Boosh. Kaboosh. Oh. Ah! Boosh. No. Oh. Dang it. Got him. Okay. Oh, wrong way. Ow. Dang it. Oh, well. No. Oh, come on. You know what? Hello. Oh, jeez. Dang it. Dang it. Come on. No, that works for me. No respect for doors as well. Gotta remember that. No respect. Booshk. Booshk. Okay, I killed everybody, but I didn't hit the checkpoint. Doji's. Dang it. Doji's. Okay, okay, okay. Dang it. Oh, oh. Okay. Oh, oh. They can hurt each other, which is awesome, so. Dang it. You know what? Oh, no. Screw them. Screw them. I'm out of here. Nope. Okay. Maybe not screw them. I kind of like that rocket launcher. Or the Tubushka. Okay. Dang it. This man is too good to be kept alive. Well, that costed me my life. Got it. Oh. Dang it. It's one single headshot on him. Oh, that works. Oh. You're still alive. No respect for doors. Boosh! Oh, I failed that. Dang it. No respect for doors. Oh, shoot. Oh, well. No. Okay. Oh, this is my favorite level of them all. Oh no. Oh no. Forgot how fast you go with that. Oh. I don't think we're in the office anymore, Jim. Boosh! Oh my gosh! Too far! Too far! Whoosh. Oh. Boosh! Oh my gosh! Too fast! Too fast! Oh, well. There we go. Douche! 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 I am too fast for you! Oh, well. That failed. Oh, what? I thought I killed him. Well, I'll make sure to do it this time. I love the placement of this guy right here because he blows himself up every single time. Douche. I mean, I've only had it twice where he hasn't blown himself up. Oh. Too far. Yeah. No respect for doors. Boosh! Boosh! Ah, failed. The booshka. The booshka. Douche. The booshka. Oh, well. Alright, you know what? This game's getting kind of boring already. You should switch to another game or just go back to chatting. No respect for doors. Oh, well. No. Well. Genocide run in this game. Dun, dun, dun. Whee! Okay. Yeah, you know what? If I don't succeed this time, I'm going to go find another game and just go back to just chatting. Yep. Well, what did I say? I don't lie. Oh boy, what do we play then? How do we play? I must think. Do we play a Roblox game? Maybe. Or do we go play one of my Steam games? This is a hard question. Oh, I smacked my mic. Where's my water? My water is empty. Got it. What do we play? Gabushka. That's a perfect idea. Tabushka. That is the greatest game ever. I mean, I do need to edit a video, but I'm not doing that now because I'm streaming. And yeah, I'm just looking in the Roblox category catalog right now. All right. There are just no good games on Roblox anymore because they're all the games at the top of the popular list are easy cash grabs. I mean, seriously, come on. Alright, let's see. Okay, there's a game called Job Simulator. Let's try it out. And yes, it does look like the actual Job Simulator VR game so far. Oh. Oh. Okay. Sound on, yeah. Go on my multiplayer games and then just single player games. Is there something on headset color? What? How do you select? R? Do you... Oh, okay. Oh. Oh my gosh, what?
Accurate simulation of office worker. Take a look at this board for instructions.
It is literally Job Simulator. Oh wait, that's right. It's T to throw, right? Donut, donut, give me donut.
Workers would traditionally start their day with an addictive liquid stimulant.
No! Give it back! Okay. I just see your face. Oh, shoot! There. You know what? Every cup of coffee is now mine. Okay. Oh my gosh. Ugh. My hand are coffee cups. Help. Don't think this is normal.
Now you're ready to start your day. It's time for computer.
Computer, okay.
The computer is the most important facet of the office, with humans and safety being a close second and third.
Ooh, what are these? Oh wait, hold up. Gotta turn on the monitor. What is on this disc? Oh. But it gave it power. Why is it not doing anything? Oh, okay. You know what? See ya, I'm out of here. Oh no. Just let me drink my coffee in peace. Slam, slam! I love how I'm just eating the freaking, coffee cups. You know what? This can go right up here. Stay upright! No! I want everybody to see my epicness of achievements. Ugh! You get this. You know what? No. You know what? Ooh, wait, hold up, hold up. What if I I can have many of these? Oh my gosh. Oh, what? Oh. Copy it. Okay, you know what? Put that over here. Ooh, what's the magic 8-ball say? Oh, outgoing, right, is it in here? Stuff in here? Yeah. What are these? Just cardboard? You know what? Hire everybody. That's it. Yep. Hire everybody. Yep. Hire everybody. No! No! You come back here! You are going to hire every. Aww. Oh. Why can't I hit copy? Huh. I want this donut. You know what? I want this donut. Nom. Huh. I'm making a mess over here. Oh, wait. Oh. Wait a second. Wait a second. Come on. Wait, hold up. Do I have to like open the lid or something? God, no, I can't copy stuff. Aw. Boop. Boop. Oh, what? Boop. Oh, 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 gimme. Nom. Oh, oh, other money, other money. Come on. Give me the money. What? Oh, accepted. Nom. Nom nom. Nom nom. Nom nom. Give me that. Yeah, donut. 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 When will these coffee mugs stop in my hands? Hey, can I take your glasses? Can I take your glasses? Boring. Not here. Take. 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 Just fire everyone. Look at me. I am a genius. Look at your profit. Oh no. Take. 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 Look at this. Your profits. They're going up by so much. Yeah, great. You know what? Fire Master. Fired. You know what? Not just that. Fire 2 people at the same time. Come on. I don't got all day. Wait. Maybe I do? I don't know. What? I want to work. Why can't you fire this person? Whoever it is. Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm out of here. See ya. Oh. Coffee mug, coffee mug, coffee mug, coffee mug. Yeah. Coffee. Alright. Let's go to the multiplayer version of it. Coffee mug, coffee mug, coffee mug, coffee mug. Yeah, coffee mug. Do 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 do. You know what? Time to make some garbage food. Right, there we go. Garbage food, garbage food, garbage food, garbage food. Can I drink this? Oh. Yee. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. You know what? I'm out of here. I'm out. I'm out. Yeah, I'm out. What the heck? The heck is all this? This isn't normal. Okay, let's go. Let's find another Roblox game because that got quite boring quite quickly. Anyways. What? Okay, no. Do 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 do. I need a good game. I need good game. I need good game that isn't a cash grab. Yeah, that's it. Good game that isn't cash grab. Exactly what I'm looking for. Where is it? Where are they? Where are the no cash grab games? I don't know what I'm singing. Yeah. Oh my gosh. All of these are cash grabs. nobody cares about them, so they just make them and get the Robux. I need cash grab. No, not cash grab. That's it. I need good game. Good game. Not many of those exist anymore. Oh my gosh. Bruh. Good bad player underscore. Hello friend, how are you? How old is this game? Created 2018, updated 2020. Okay. Good hit. What? What? What is that? My friends told me not to search it up, so. You know what? Why not? Armored Patrol. Yes. Good game. Good game. Heck happened to this game? It's 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 so empty. Cancel. Shop. Yeah. Promote to rank 2. Promote to rank 3. There. Perfect. Now I just need a very quick vehicle. Oh, whoops. I said quick vehicle. No. Stop spawning everything in. Also, there's other person. That no good. Alright, yes, my favorite vehicle. Okay, cool. Okay, time to capture, what is this, Charlie? Okay, yeah, Charlie. Oh, hey! Oh, hey, look, random person is here. Oh, random person has joined my team. Hello, random person. Hello. Hello, random person. Ooh, I see enemy. You're on you can't, you're on iPad? Why are you on iPad? Hmm? Why are you on iPad? Look, the second I join the game, many people join. No, I sadly cannot. I am capturing point. This is now TF2. Or Overwatch or whatever. Got him. Oosh. Ocean man, take me by the hand to a civil land. I need help. I need a backup. I need many backups. Just take out his gun. Just take out his gun, Ben. No. Fudge. Dang it. I need backups. I need backup. What the heck? I need backups. I need the backups. Why? Oh. Literally only have a rifle, so yeah. You know what? It's time to get big guns. We need big guns. I need big guns. Where are all the big guns? There are no big guns. Oh. Oh, big guns. I see now. I got big guns now. Oh no, they have taken the Bravo. I will stop them. I will not let them take Bravo again. Gosh, why is this tank so slow? Moving at crawling speed. Nearing Alpha. Good, good. Take Alpha for us, friend. I am going to capture Bravo. Okay, that doesn't go far. Do 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 do. You will not take Charlie from me. You will not take Charlie from me. I will stop you. You cannot stop me, I will stop you. Ah, Manjo NP. Hello, friend. How are you? How do you like my horrible Russian accent? Douche! Yes! Yes! A friend! Friend! Oh dear. Go. Yes! He is dead. We now must take Bravo. Or yeah, Bravo, that's it. Noise. What is this noise about? I do not understand. Also, what is that vehicle? Oh dear. I guess there's the rocks in there. Oh. Up the hill we go. Oh no, they've got the backup. And my tank is not powerful enough. Yes, it's the problem with Charlie, though. Dang it. Oof! Out. Get out of there. No. I must stay until they are dead. You know what? I realized that no tank is strong. This is best tank. This is best tank. Because It has got very good speed. And everything. Oh no. They are going for Charlie. We must protect Charlie at all costs. Charlie, we are coming for you. I will not let you take Charlie from me. I will not let you. Kill them. What? I can't see. Okay, you know what? I can't see. Why? Okay. Out. I cannot take this anymore. What? No! No, they are taking Charlie. I will not let them take Charlie from me. Okay, here we go. No, wrong button. E. Oh no, I jumped. Why did I jump? Kaboosh. 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 Got him. These things are very strong. Oh no. What? Okay. Kaboosh! No! I jumped! I jump again! I jump again! No! Kaboosh! You. Dang it. Oh. Kaboosh. Oh no. He goes down. I got it in his wheel. Oh, I didn't. I did, but it fell out. Oh. They are going through Charlie. I will not let them go. I will not let them take Charlie. Shop. Okay. Oh no. Okay, close doors. P. Oh no, you've gotten hit. Kaboosh! How do you drop cargo? R, got it. Dang it. Oh, I'm down. Kaboosh! You will not take Charlie from us. Yes! Charlie secured. Can I drive? I can't drive this thing. Oh. Oh no! Oh no! They are going for Alpha. They are going for Alpha. That is not good. However, I am stuck at the Bravo or Charlie because, well, this thing. You know what? There. Let's see. You know what? Let's get this shell upgrade to premium. There. Ooh. There's one waiting for me. As if I was meant to fly. Oh. Time to get in. The chopper. What are they trying to take? They take an Alpha. Alright. Time to get in there, see who's taking it. Enemy spotted. Nose. Uh-oh. Boys, get down there. Get down there. Dang it. This is getting upsetting. We had such a good lead, but now they are winning. You know what? It's time to bring out the big guns. There's only... Okay. I can't close the hatch. Shoot. Enemies spotted. Do you have control of the guns? Oh geez, when did the server get so full? Try shooting. Try shooting. Shooting. You can control the primary weapons, I believe. Oh. Oh. Shoot. Take him down. He's nearly dead. Yes, you are an excellent destruction. They are taking Alpha. Or Charlie, that's it. Is anybody going through Alpha? No. Let's see, how far can I shoot? Not far enough. Oh no, that is enemy. That is not good. Dang it. But they have 2. We have 1. That is big problem. Oh, and I am dead. Oh, we're both dead. Oh no, this is going very south. Oh, I'm going to go take this thing up here. Oh, it's one up. Oh, okay. There we go. What the? I'll go forward. They will not take Charlie from us. They took Charlie from us. No. You get out of Charlie. Oh no. Oh noes. Ah. Oh, I'm out of here. Anyways, now let's see next game. That's just getting annoying because I couldn't do anything, even though I was doing something. Why didn't it feel like I was doing any damage to them? I don't know. Anyways, next game. What game? Game. I need good game. I need a very good game. All of these, though, are just catch grab sims and stuff. Oh my gosh, it's the original simulator. It is the original of originals. The world's greatest. It is Cleaning Simulator. It was the game that started the simulator boom. Yes. The original simulator. Many probably did not know that. Alright, where we play? Have you played Adventure Stories? Adventure story. No, because those are just cash grabs. Those story games are just cash grabs. They do not deserve my attention. Simulators, tycoons, roleplay, stories. They are all cash grabs to make easy the Robux from little kids who do not know how to spend the Robux wisely. So I look for a good game. Is it though? Yes, I would say so. We got some neat combat. Facility lockdown. This is so far looking like it's an SCP game. I wonder. Either wonder. Oh. Oh, JC is still muted. Okay. 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 It's an RPG, not a story game. Oh. Oh, I like what I see so far. Bright ideas. Oh, oh, did you hear that? Did you hear SCP-1474, I believe it is. I can't remember. I like how your Discord icon is just in the corner. That is not my Discord icon. That is... what is it called? That is just my profile picture. Final Flash? Was that seriously Final Flash of existence? Oh, 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 it was Final Flash of existence that I just heard. I am scientist! Oh my gosh! Oh, oh. Oh my gosh, I've got 2 keycards. It's literally just SCPSL in Roblox. This is seriously just SCPSL in Roblox. Holy cow. Oh no. Oh no, we've got D-Boy with us. D-Boy shall die. Oh, 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 oh. 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 Oh my gosh. No freaking way. It's SCPSL combined with a little bit of what's it called? It's SCPSL combined with a little bit of Unity, SCP Containment Breach Unity. Do 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 boo do 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 do. Ascending. Oh. Oh. It is what? Inevitable! It has 8 minutes! No! Get back down! Get back down now! No! No! It is inevitable! Oh, there is chat. I must find 914. Where is 914? It's 914. is SCP with oof. Oof. No. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Mobile Task Force Unit Epsilon 11 designated Sierra 1. Steven Universe is Universe Future Yolo Viste. I am sorry, I do not speak Spanish very well yet. I am in a Spanish class, however, yeah, I'm still not that good. I something about Steven Universe is what I understand. Wait a second. What is that symbol? What is that symbol? Server menu. I can't go to server menu. No. Oh. Oh, this is server menu. This is not good. Yet. Yet is correct. I'm in a Spanish class. I absolutely hate it. It sucks. There is no denying the fact that I can't stand it. Do I is Steven Universe Future? Oh, what about Steven Universe Future? I'm gonna play some Roblox. See ya. Right, goodbye, the random person. MTF unit, hammer down. Has entered the facility. All remaining personnel are advised to stay hidden. MTF unit, hammer down. I'm sorry. Unit, hammer down. Decontamination will start in T-minus 5 minutes. Oh dear, I do not like the jumping animation. Brawl Stars? Steven Universe Future Brawl Stars. Oh, is that what you're saying? Steven Universe Future Brawl Stars Nintendo Switch. Oh, are you playing that on? Are you playing? I'm guessing you're playing Steven Universe Brawl Stars on the Switch. It is SCPSL. Yes, it is SCPSL with other things. Oh. I can't detonate it. No. Oh, you don't even need to have to hold your card. Oh, I like that. This is just a CPSL. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. We're good. 008-1. Oh dear. Oh no. I've got 105 health. It is literally SCPSL, but in Roblox. And I'm dead. Okay, well. Oh, and he's now dead. Oh, was respawning as MTF next round. Oh no, he's burning up everything. I don't know which SCP this is. Nintendo Switch Super Mario Odyssey. You've lost me. 90 seconds. Danger. Light containment zone. Decontamination will occur in T minus 90 in 1. Oh no, I have to wait until it says 1 minute. No, wait, what's the sound it makes? I am the commander? Oh no. Do we use... Oh. I hate how you have to click on the doors. Prefer the Roblox is... What? Oh. Broadcast. The Alpha Warhead has been detonated. Oh. Oh, is it stuck? Oh no, I forgot to turn that off. Wait, what's going on? Oh my gosh, it's just like SCPSL. Hold up. Alright, so it's just... This is just SCP. Oh, oops. Okay, collect all of this. Oh geez. You know what? Okay, screw it. Dang it! Oh well. I was happy. Profile, the Roblox is... Your Roblox profile is Sir YTGEF? Okay. Okay, give me a moment. I need to quickly do something. Alright, I am back. The round lasted 13 minutes and 27 seconds. Oh dear. Sounds like SCPSL. Go. Oh, oh. I can stop Fireman! Oh, wait a second. This is where SCP-173 spawns, isn't it? Oh no, oh no, I do not want to be up here now. Not that I've made the startling truth. Oh. Oh. Sector M4. No idea what that means. This is a weird Roblox game. One thing I've learned from SCPSL, run straight forward and you will find something. Just keep running, basically. Wait, where's my cards? Where are my cards? Where are my cards? Uh-oh. Oh shoot, it's Larry! It's Larry! Oh no, it's Larry! No, Larry! No! 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 Larry, no! No, Larry! No, Larry! No, Larry! Oh no, it's Larry again! Oh no! What? Huh? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Uh-oh. Oh no! Oh, shoot. And I'm dead. Okay. Well. Oh no, it's Larry. Oh, that's chaos. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Oh no, I do not like that. I do not like that. What SCP is this? I do not know. Oh jeez. That is big sword. It is SCPSL, but in Roblox. It's SCPC Containment Breach Unity parts. And some own parts. Some of their own parts. Oh my gosh, what is he doing? It isn't! Omega Warhead Silo. Oh no. He's going to turn off the nuke. Something here just don't make sense. It is like it is the final flash of existence. How do I only have 15 health? I don't have a health pack. Oh no. Dang it. I had only 15 health though, so can't complain. What is his health at? Oh. Out. Huh. Well then. It is a CPSL and Roblox. Which means I should really be playing a CPSL right now because they have mics. And things are a lot more fun over there. Is there fall damage? I think there is. Considering I took damage earlier. Anyways. Oh, wait, that's SCP-913. I wonder if the same things apply to this game as they do in SCP-SL. 9-tailed fox has entered the facility. Oh yay. Oh no. Do 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 do. I'm about to get 05. I'm about to get 05. Yes. Fudge. I'ma open it. Dies. Yeah, I might as well just go play SCPSL because this is exactly what that is. Oh no, 5 minutes. Does that dude just standing there? Oh, yeah. Yes. Pretty light. Alright, new game. Because that's getting boring. You know what? I said it. I said it. Do, 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 do. Wait. Yes. Alright, time to join server. Where is good server? Why not? I should play on my own SCPSL server because I own one. Oh dear. Oh dear, what has happened?
Why aren't you killing me? Kill me, please. Do it.
Man of the clock.
No. Do it.
And by the way,
Oh, this is
anti-Semitism
where I
kinda
get
does
copies.
count as racism.
Look at Sneak. Look at him go. What happened to that man in the closet? Why did he just
Oh.
disappear?
Oh.
Yep, this
Yeah,
feels
I
much
say
better.
that.
It's
Yeah,
SCPSL.
Disappeared.
If it's SCPSL, it's much better.
Kill me. Ban me. I said
This is
the
gonna
N-word.
be. This is
I
gonna
did
be.
it.
N-word.
Do it.
Oh, wait. Oh no. Uh-oh, wrong button. Here, there, and there. Sorry, I forgot. I need to change to the game. Alright, it's SCPSL. It is good. It is a very good. Especially from what I just came from. Huh. That was bad.
All right, friends. We all ready to
Yeah.
kick some.
I said it.
Yes.
I just
didn't say
played an
'cause I'm a racist,
SCPSL in
but-
Roblox. It was horrible.
I'll open. I'll shut up. I'll own up to it. I said the N-word. Yep, that
Well,
was
good
me.
for you, friend. Well,
That
good
was
for you,
cool.
man.
Ban
Now,
me.
Gabe,
Good
are you gonna
job,
ban the
good
gas
job.
chamber you built
Ban me.
Minecraft
Kill
earlier,
me.
or-
Kill me. Ban me. Kill me. Ban me.
Come on.
Dad, where'd you
How
go?
about-
Dad,
I'll
where'd you
settle
go?
for
Dad,
killing,
Dad,
thank you very
Dad.
Ban me.
Is
Yeah,
that
kill
the
me.
real pipe?
I'm
Is
gonna
it
go see
sacrificing
Yeah.
the
Oh.
Oh, peanut, okay.
Oh, this is my first time doing this. Let's go.
Oh, nice. Uh. Oh, I get to wait 53, 50.
Oh, there's a D-class going in my containment. I'm Peanut. Okay, I thought
Oh,
you
I
just
am
told yourself you
Larry.
didn't.
I am Larry. I just came from an SCPSL in Roblox. It was horrifying.
Hello.
Hey.
I'm new. Don't know what's happening.
Oh,
Oh, the
noise.
Stalker, I res people, so
Oh,
Yeah,
Same here,
you
this is
click
my
on them and
first
then you
time
hold
being
E on their dead
SCP.
body.
thank
Nice,
you.
nice.
That's good. Is that it? That's all I have to do? Is just murder people?
oh, I just got D
Yeah.
class.
Yep.
I mean, you don't murder the chaos guys for the guys in green. They're not targets. It's only
Basically, the only goal of this
D-class,
is
the
just to kill
scientists,
everyone
and the
except
MTF.
the green boys.
I am
Okay.
stalking somebody. I don't know where they are. Oh, they were in your
They were
nuts
D-class.
chamber.
Epic Gamer, let's go. Is this a dead end?
We are
Not
definitely
this
going
way.
Hi, how are you? So,
Not this way.
how's your...
We'll get to the enemies eventually.
I've
Okay,
gotten
airlock
3 people
one
into my
leads
pocket
to-
dimension.
Airlock 1
Nice.
needs to D-class containment. There's nothing over there.
Oh, I see somebody who got snapped. Good job.
Hey, no, friend. Where did you? Okay, it's fine.
Oh, I found 2 more D-class. One has a
Evil has
gun.
been spotted.
I'll leave the one that has a gun.
Oh, he just...
Yes, SCPSL, the greatest game.
What?
4, 3,
I found
2,
a guy.
1.
Right, he didn't shoot at me, and he's not wearing orange though. I think he might be Papega. He has a gun.
Chaos don't spawn normally.
Oh,
He's
that's...
like wearing gray or blue,
I
that's
just
MTF.
stalked somebody in 914.
Okay, yeah, I'll be outside the door if they try
What
to...
the hell? I think my connection's broken because
Is it
nothing
alright?
seems
6th
to wanna work.
century.
Oh, I got everybody in there.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they are now all in my pocket dimension. I hope.
Oh,
They
I
probably
seen
found
one.
the
He ran
exit,
through.
and they could have an O5, so I'm gonna try and find your...
Yeah, I need 20
continue.
more seconds until
Oh,
I
I'm
can
being
stop
looked at,
somebody
wait, what?
else.
Wait, didn't someone just ran through here?
Yeah, I
I
got
don't
really
know.
confused because it told me I was
Oh, wait, he
stalking
might- I think he's a
SCP-079, but that was their actual name. Confused.
Okay, I think someone, a D-class just ran out with a hat, because I was
Found some.
stalked even though no one
Oh,
was there.
I am stalking a facility guard. Ooh.
Welcome, Gabe.
Are you serious? Are you...
Wait, did they make it to the? I am not having any good luck today.
Oh, someone's in, yep. It's a
Oh,
facility.
hello.
Go get him.
Hello.
You can even revive people that other SCPs killed, by the way.
I know, I did already.
Oh, he can?
Well, actually, he just
No, he
killed
can.
like 5
Like,
people.
the Plague Doctor got updated.
Yeah, I did
Yeah,
that
the Plague
already.
Doc- I got,
Gabe's my friend. He's alive again. They
Okay, Plague Doctor, come back.
Oh no,
facility
there
may
is
pass you some
facility
speeds,
guard.
like,
I
not
found
good against
facility
holding
guard.
guns.
He's trapped himself.
Click on.
Are they
How do I-
light containment or heavy containment?
Oh, I am stalking another facility guard. There's apparently an
Are
SCP-173's chambers.
welcome.
Okay.
Why'd you do it? Not. Oh.
I am following facility
left.
guard.
Kill this
Wait,
person?
I am following last target.
Did you? Oh
this
wait, yeah,
person?
we should probably go back to the.
He is in light containment. He is in light containment.
Light containment. Got it.
Yeah.
He might die to the darkness.
I don't know what I'm doing.
These
Mr.
nuts.
Zombie friend.
I don't know where he's gone. I've lost him. Son of a.
I'm gonna go take them on. By
I'm gonna
myself.
come with you, Mr. Zombie friend. I don't know where I'm going.
I'm gonna take them on.
It sounds like
Go
a
to
good
the server
idea.
room. I'm gonna go take the bomb.
Did you grab the guy in
Okay,
the
go back
pocket,
down to.
Larry?
Oh wait, should I go to night containment and shoot that dude?
Oh, I am stalking MTF.
This way.
These
I should have
nuts.
stalked them when they
It's
were
all
all
up
in the
in.
elevator.
How are there 10 people alive now?
The
Oh,
MTF
Yeah,
respawned.
Yeah.
6.
Hi, gamer.
I was running right by you.
Noise.
Walking fast.
These nuts.
Do.
Oh, nope, that's 106.
This way, this way.
Come on, Doc.
And from the chaos comes I, the zombie.
An apartment announcement.
Oh no.
We're dead.
So, who wants to kill
Oh, I'm
the
dead, okay,
guy by deleting it?
I'm probably
Delete that
this-
guy.
They're
this-
at,
they're
they're
gonna
at
all
heavy
go with me.
containment. Pachanka, please. I
I'm
just want to
trying
be
to-
friends.
I'm trying to go away. They're all gonna shoot me.
I hear
I'm gonna die.
gunshots.
Wait, where are they at?
Yeah, they're all
They're
shooting
trying to
me,
kill me. Why are they
entrance
gonna
out.
shoot me? Why are
I
they
found
shooting me?
MTF
No.
man.
Can't be your friend. They're MTF
no.
shooters.
Kill everyone. Kill
Gunshots.
No,
them.
they don't. They can be nice.
Oh,
I'm
No, they
running.
can't. They will.
I'm gonna go
it's
hide.
teaming. They can technically be banned if they do that.
Oh, well, that's not epic.
Oh wow.
Only chaos can team.
I'm hiding. I'm
So
at
am I.
5%.
I'm at, I don't even know. I'm at 100 or 1,918 HP.
I'm at these nuts.
What the?
I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I'm gonna die. Black man, kill them for me.
I will. Oh.
I'm gonna go
Oh,
to the
there's zombie.
surface.
Hello, zombie.
Hi, gamer.
I watched them go
follow
this
me.
way.
Follow me, black
Okay.
guy. These people were mean to me. Time to get my revenge.
Twenty
There's
seconds,
no
and I can
AFK.
go find them all.
To the top.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be the black guy who's tall. This game is racist.
He can also like jump the highest.
Oh, oh, stalk is ready. I should
Yeah,
go
I'm not
stalk
sure
some
if they're
people.
normal.
You know what? I'm going to go stalk some people. Oh
He
dear.
puts you in
Oh no.
proximity, he puts
I'm
you in
stalking them while they're
position.
killing me.
At least we know where they are.
There's one more in here. There's one more.
Yeah, I'm gonna start heading towards that.
Goodbye, friends.
Rip.
SCP-106 contained successfully. Containment unit, Mike.
Some peace. That man's FEMA.
Also, I got a question. If you were a Chaos spy as MTF, would and there's only MTF that are still alive and no SCPs or anything else, would the game still continue?
One sec, I can't hear you over gunshot.
Yeah.
Gunshot.
Suspecting someone else.
Oh no,
Wait,
if
did I
the
just
nut
see an
kills
animal
this man, he's
scuffling
going to be
with us?
trapped.
Oh.
Oh.
Personnel be on alert.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I
Scotland-
And he's now trapped.
Kill 'em all, lad. Does me putting on an accent count as, like, racist?
I don't think so. I do accents all the time.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's offensive for some reason.
Ah, boy.
I understand, like,
So,
some
how
people
are
would be
you all?
offended by
How
it,
are you all today?
But others, I don't know why they would be, because I do accents all the time.
Yeah, I can do a Scottish accent. I'm not sure if it's the best, because I've never actually heard a true
Sure,
Scottish
go
accent.
ahead.
Hey, have you ever
Server would get shut down. I can't do
recognition
it.
technology?
That's not bad. I can do an English accent.
Let's
Hey,
hear
I
it.
can do an American accent.
Burger, burger,
Okay.
burger, burger.
Yeah, that is an American accent.
Burgers
I totally say that is yeah.
French fries.
True.
Burger.
Wait, some dude in
French
in
fries.
the messing
What,
with
if you
the
guys really want to
voice.
hear my English accent, this is a little bit about what it sounds like. It doesn't sound perfect, but I think it sounds at least pretty decent.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Then
cadet,
again,
cadet,
nothing's
no.
perfect, but that is pretty damn good.
This is your boy Chaos Insurgency speaking.
This your boy
Wait, no, not Chaos. Chaos Insurgency Spy. Yeah.
My ears
Guys,
are
I know I'm
dying.
up and I don't care. Y'all can't kill me either way.
No, not the.
Oh wait.
Go back to Fortnite. Go back to Fortnite.
I want
Seven
to
three.
live.
Shut up. I don't care. One. Manifest seconds. I'll be right back with this short ad break.
Lord's Mobile.
That noise though.
Do you?
Welcome to Lord's
Nobody
Mobile.
knows what it is.
In burst content.
Yes.
Yo, if we all spawn as MTF, do you just want to go down and vibe check Dark?
Yes.
PC graphics on mobile.
It's innovative, alright? There has not been ever a better thing ever created in this world. Religion? Nah. Pretty bad. The cure
How
of
is
terminal lung
Scotland's
cancer?
worst still alive? That was a bad accent. Good God, I need to fix that.
American accent would be like burger, French fry, beer.
An American accent is hamburgers,
for,
hot
like,
dogs, and
Taco
guns.
pizza.
Everyone
Gun, M16.
I got two
Oh, this is fun to
16s,
listen
a
to.
cheeseburger, and some beer, and I'm ready to kick your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Reagan Center.
And they got like the.
I think that's
silver
just
gun,
Texas.
just like, yeah, that's true. What the heck?
No, it's not
They got
just
the,
Texas.
they got
Saddle
the
up on your
American
horse.
bandana.
It's definitely mostly Texas.
That's true. Also, like.
For the guns, yeah,
Alabama.
it's Texas.
Yeah, undoubtedly Texas for the guns.
But for the beer, it's the entirety of America. And the hamburgers.
Heck yeah, Merc.
Oh no, spy.
Let's go vibe check.
No.
Chaos Insurgency is back. I don't
Alright,
care.
I'm gonna kill the SCPs. You boys with me?
I want
I
to
know
go vibe
this
check
was
Dark.
it was a long ad.
So wait, does anybody spawn with grenades?
So 15 seconds left. I would like to say
Oh.
that
If you're the spy, this is going to be a horror film.
minus the Chaos Spy
Hey
are
guys.
willing to go to take on any
Oh, okay.
that comes in front of us. Besides the
Oh, I blink.
You're lucky it's in server 4.
My weapon is a disarmer. Charge! Charge! My weapon is a disarmer! Screw you! I've got a disarmer. You can't.
Oh. There's an MTF that has lost his mind.
MTF, I'm chaos, boy!
Yeah. Hey there.
Oh, he's the one who's lost his mind.
Hey, Chaos. It was me. I was a spy.
Our spy is Sir Lick, apparently.
Wait, hold on.
And,
Get away from the intercom. Get away.
Hey, I'm bleeding. Does anybody have a med kit?
I am...
He looked at me. No. I was going to test the gate, and there was a chaos next to it, and I got stuck and died.
Round seems to be ending soon. Wait, if this guy actually kills
I was just
all
sitting
of
on
them.
top of the like camera in front of the gamer breaker, just waiting for you to move.
Okay, so while we're fighting this MTF spy, we're gonna rerun over some food. Can we get 2 peppercorns, a
You saying
large
it?
burrito, and some chimichangas. Hey, I tell
Oh
you
my
what's up?
gosh.
You want anything? You want anything? I'm ordering food. Fine. It's gonna get a number one.
Yee.
Yeah, that'll
Got
be
him.
all.
A
Thank
number
you.
one. Number one for
Three
Subway.
offers though?
Number one.
I got our food.
Sweet.
GG.
Terrorist win.
Yes.
Bomb has
Why
been
didn't the
defused.
grenade kill you guys?
Win.
Magic.
Bomb has been defused. Terrorists win. You know, I have been told I can do a very good Element Animation Villager impression. What do you think? I think it's bad. I've been told it's good, I've been told it's bad, I don't know which it is. But yes, hello, I am villager number 52. Do you have any emeralds? Would you like to trade? I would like to trade. But I would walk 500 chunks and I would walk 500 more just to get back every single wooden block you stole from me. Yes, that is good song. Ooh, the pawn. What the fudge? Oh, fudge. The game's stupid. Yeah. You know what? I think that's actually a good place to end it off. So, thank you so much for watching, if you did watch. And, well, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.